Have you ever had that feeling you're being taken for a ride? You get that valued customer email, but it feels a little hollow, especially when you notice your bill just keeps creeping up quarter after quarter. Well, let me tell you, that's not just in your head. It is a calculated strategy. Welcome to Financial Frames. We're here to pull back the curtain on the systems designed to quietly drain your cash. And today, we are tackling a big one. It's all built on this totally backward idea. Companies aren't rewarding you for sticking around. No, they're cashing in on it. It's called the loyalty penalty. And you gotta understand, this isn't some accident or a billing error. Oh no. It is a feature, not a bug, of how so many businesses work today. It's a system literally designed to charge you, the loyal customer, more than the person who just signed up yesterday. So why on earth would they do this? It's actually pretty simple. They are banking on the fact that you're busy, you're complacent, or you're just plain tired of fighting over bills. They have turned your inaction, your inertia, into a weapon against your own wallet. So how exactly do they manage to turn your inertia into their profit? Well, it's not random. They use a few really clever psychological traps that are honestly incredibly effective. Let's break them down. First up, we've got what I call the boiling frog price creep. Look, they're not going to hike your $80 internet bill to $120 overnight. Of course not. They'll just nudge it up to, say, $84.50. Then, 6 months later, it's $87.99. Each little jump is small enough that you either don't notice or you just shrug and think, it's just a few bucks. But guess what? Those few bucks really start to add up. And then you've got the classic promotional cliff. You know this one. Get lightning fast internet for just $49.99 a month. But the catch is always buried in the fine print, right? For the first 12 months. They know that when month 13 rolls around, a huge number of us will totally forget, and our bill will just automatically rocket up to their much, much higher standard rate. And this just shows you how steep that cliff really is. You're sailing along on that sweet promotional price, feeling like you got a great deal. Then the clock runs out, and bam, you're suddenly paying nearly double for the exact same service you had yesterday. And the crazy part, you're now paying to subsidize the cheap price for their next new customer. Now, the final trap is maybe the most frustrating of all, weaponized friction. Have you ever tried to cancel a service and spent like 45 minutes battling an automated phone menu just to be put on hold for another 20? Yeah, that's not bad customer service. That is a tactic. It's engineered frustration, and it's designed to make you just give up and say, oh, fine, I'll just pay it. Okay, so these traps aren't just some abstract theory. They are hiding in plain sight, probably in your monthly bank statements right now. So let's pinpoint the most common offenders. Just think about it. Your auto insurance premium, it silently creeps up 8% a year, even with that so-called loyal customer discount. Or your cable and internet bill, where you're still paying the standard rate from 2 years ago. Even smaller stuff like software, streaming subscriptions, they slowly raise their prices, just hoping you won't notice an extra couple of dollars a month. All right, we've talked enough about the problem. You see the traps. But the good news is there is a clear, actionable way to fight back. So let's shift to the solution. A simple audit that puts the power, and more importantly, the capital, back where it belongs, with you. We're going to use a really simple 4-step system. It's designed to first let you see the problem clearly, then gather the proof you need, act on it, and finally, build a defense so you never, ever fall into this trap again. So let's start with step 1, the service inventory. You can't fight what you can't see, right? So just open up a spreadsheet and comb through your last couple months of bank or credit card statements. List every single recurring charge, who it's from, what it's for, and exactly what you're paying. And don't skip the small ones. And that brings us to step 2, the new customer test. This is where you find your leverage, all by asking this one simple, powerful question. So how do you find the answer? It's easy. Open a private or an incognito browser window, that's key, and go to your provider's website. Act like you're a brand new customer signing up, and then find the price for your exact same service. That difference, the gap between what you pay and what they pay, that, my friend, is your loyalty penalty, quantified down to the penny. Okay, step 3 is where the action happens, the negotiation. You're going to call them, but you're not going in angry. You're going in prepared. And your strategy is simple. Be polite, but be firm. Use that new customer price you found as your hard data. Maybe mention a competitor's name. And most importantly, you have to clearly state your intent to cancel.
Knowing exactly what to say is everything. Once you get a real person on the line, probably from the retention department, this is your script. Say, "Hello, I see that new customers get my exact same service for $49. I need you to match that rate. If you can't, I will be canceling my service today." That phrase, "I will be canceling," that's the key that unlocks their real offers. And finally, we have step 4, the calendar checkmate. So when you get that new lower rate, and trust me, you most likely will, you've only reset the clock. You haven't disarmed the trap. So you have to beat their system with your system. Ask them for the exact date the new promotion ends, and right then and there, on the phone, set a calendar reminder for 1 week before that date. Bam! You've now automated your defense against their promotional cliff. This all brings us to the final and honestly, the most important step. Because this whole audit, it's about way more than just saving a few bucks. It's about a fundamental shift in how you think about your money. That money you get back, and it can easily be over $1,000, even $1,200 a year, that's not just savings. That is reclaimed capital. That's money you can now use to pay down a high-interest credit card, escaping another trap. It is seed money for your own financial freedom. So here is the big takeaway. The marketing world is designed to make you a passive, predictable source of their cash flow. Your goal is to become an active, engaged owner of your finances. You have to stop being their valued customer and start being the CEO of your own household, because your loyalty is valuable. Stop giving it away for free.